Golf history. The legend of Annika Sörenstam. Annika Sörenstam goes down in history as arguably the greatest female golfer of all time. From hitting 59 to break the record of the lowest scoring game in women's golf to bagging 90 international wins by the time her career came to an end, her legacy in the sport remains something to aspire to for many female golfers. If her name sounds familiar, that's because she has a tournament named in her honor. Sörenstam is still alive and kicking today since downing her clubs in 2008. She's since taken to spending time with her family, but is still very much involved in golf off course. She runs a foundation catering to women's success within and outside of golf. Today, we take a look at her career and what makes her such an outstanding figure during and after her playing days. Background. Before nailing down the title of the greatest of all time in women's golf, Sörenstam was a junior athlete who loved sports in general. Born in Stockholm, Sweden, in a small town called Bro, she was exposed to lots of sporting activities, including golf. However, she was never keen on the gentleman's game. In Sörenstam's words, golf was really not something that was super exciting to me in the beginning. I wanted a little bit more action, a little bit more speed. But of all the sports she liked, it was the one she was least interested in that was closest. There was a golf course near where she lived with her parents and sister, Charlotta. Sörenstam got to try golf because her parents encouraged her to play the sport, bribing a young Annika and Charlotta with ice cream to get them to play. Whether it was the ice cream or golf finally warming its way into Sörenstam's heart, she soon found herself in love. Golf might not have the adrenaline-pumping fast pace of car racing, but it was challenging in its own unique way. At age 12, Sörenstam got her first set of clubs courtesy of her parents, which she had to share with Charlotta. All that ice cream bribes didn't pay for themselves. Fast forward to 6 years later, at 18, Sörenstam was crowned the World Amateur Champion. Only then did it occur to her that golf could be a real career path. Looking into women's golf, she drew inspiration from figures like Beth Daniel and Nancy Lopez, and it was important in Sörenstam pivoting to golf that there were lots of female representation. As she put it, when Liselott Newman, a Swedish pro golfer, won the 1988 US Open, I was like, wow, she has a similar background like I do, and so if she can do it, maybe there's a chance I can do it. Career. Sörenstam had an illustrious career at the amateur level, which included playing in 2 editions of the 1992 Espirito Santo Trophy, first in 1990 and again in 1992. She won the latter, which was her 3rd consecutive year of wins going back to 1990 and 1991, when she won 3 tournaments on the Swedish Golf Tour. At this time, Sörenstam was a full-fledged member of the Swedish national team, having first joined in 1987. She was also active on the collegiate scene, playing for the University of Arizona and winning 7 of her college-level events, including the NCAA Division I individual champion in her freshman year in 1991. After her 1992 Espirito Santo Trophy, she turned pro and joined the Ladies European Tour, LET. A year later, she won the LET Rookie of the Year award. Fast forward 2 years later in 1995, and she bagged 2 honors, this time the LET Order of Merit and the LET Player of the Year award. She won the LET Player of the Year award again in 2002. Before her mind-blowing year in 1995, Sörenstam got her LPGA card in 1994 and officially began her career on the tour. In that same year, she finished the season with Rookie of the Year honors despite not securing any victories in her debut campaign. She'd wait until 1995 for her first victory on the tour, which came at the 1995 US Women's Open, and marked the first of 10 major championship titles she'd have by the end of her career. It was also her first of 3 victories that season. By the end of the year, she became the first non-American to win the highly coveted Bear Trophy. Throughout her LPGA Tour career, Sörenstam won 72 tournaments and 10 majors, or 11 if you count the one senior major she secured in 2021. She also won multiple Bear trophies, awards for the lowest scoring average during a season, as well as the Rolex Player of the Year awards. To this day, she remains the only female golfer ever to break 60 in an official competition, marking a crucial moment in her career in 2001. In Sörenstam's words, to be the first woman to do something, it gives you, in this case, credibility and a nice little nickname, Miss 59. She went on to add that it's about being able to set the bar high, just keep working and you can break barriers. This record paved the way for Sörenstam to compete in the 2003 Colonial against male golfers, where she broke yet another record as the first woman to participate in a PGA event in over half a century. I remember just being super excited. I remember just like, wow, I'm going to push even harder, she said. I wanted to showcase that we can play, and it was a great experience. In many ways, Sörenstam was to the LPGA what Tiger Woods was to the PGA. Interestingly, their dominant eras coincided until her retirement. Suffice it to say that Sörenstam was one of the most dominant golfers in her time and has achieved just about everything in the sport. She even captained Team Europe at the Solheim Cup, not to mention that she's now a bona fide member of Augusta National, which puts her name up there with some of the greatest golfers of all time, like Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, who are both members of the esteemed North Georgian Club. Even then, this membership led to yet another record for Sörenstam. Until 2012, the club had not admitted any female members since Darla Moore and Condoleezza Rice over a decade ago to the time. Since Sörenstam's addition, several more women have received invites and joined the very exclusive club. In fact, Sörenstam has also served as the honorary starter for the Augusta National Women's Amateur in the past, which is an important event in the LPGA that precedes the Masters. Honors and legacy. Sörenstam sits comfortably in the top spot of the LPGA Tour's career money list with over $22 million in official earnings. On the all-time official wins list, she's third overall in the rankings. To date, she's the only LPGA Tour player to win back-to-back trophies like the Vare Trophy, Money List, and Player of the Year in the same year across 5 different seasons. In 2001, she shot 59 at the Standard Register Ping, becoming the first female pro to manage the score on the tour. Her 2003 America Colonial appearance also made her the first woman to play in a PGA Tour event since Babe Zacharias. Remember the all-around athlete we covered in a previous video? No? Well, check it out here. Sörenstam also played 8 times for Team Europe in the Solheim Cup, including the 1994, 96, 98, 2000, 2002, 2003, 2005, and 2007 editions of the event. In 2017, she served as a non-playing captain despite retiring over a decade earlier. When the Rolex rankings were first established in 2006, she ranked number 1 in the charts and maintained her top spot for 61 weeks throughout her career. Much like Tiger Woods, Sörenstam was still actively playing when she was inducted into the Hall of Fame. First was the LPGA Hall of Fame, then the World Golf Hall of Fame in 2003 after she met the points requirements. Other honors include winning the GWAA Female Player of the Year 5 times and bagging the 2003 Patty Berg Award, the 2012 Bob Jones Award, and the 2014 Old Tom Morris Award. If you still aren't lost for words by Sörenstam's bedazzling career, she is the first female member of the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St. Andrews, you know, the birthplace of golf. Fast forward to 2021, and she was presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom. To show that she still got it, Sörenstam entered her first tour event since retirement at the 2021 Gainbridge LPGA. Would you know it? She made the cut and finished 74th. Don't write her off just yet, because she then competed in the U.S. Senior Women's Open and won the tournament on her first try. What a woman! Retirement and post-playing influence. Sörenstam walked away from competitive golf in 2008. She was only 38 at the time, which is still pretty young for a golfer. But with an illustrious career under her belt, she left without regrets. Besides, she wasn't entirely giving up the sport that she loved. She still worked behind the scenes and off course, starting with designing golf apparels and courses, then setting up the Annika Foundation. Her foundation is designed to develop the next generation of girls and women through clinics, tournaments, mentorship, and financial support. A report by the National Golf Foundation reveals that 38% of American golfers under the age of 18 are girls, According to Sörenstam, that percentile was much lower before our foundation began, at around 20%. In her words, "I really enjoy spending time with these young girls because I know what it's like to be 14, 15 years old and having all these questions and dreams, but don't really know where to go. To be able to get that guidance, we feel is really important." Every year, more than 600 girls from 60 countries participate in the Annika Foundation initiatives, including development programs and major golf events. She winds up donating $9 million to girls' golf every year. Everything came full circle when she had an LPGA tournament named in her honor in Tampa, the Annika, driven by Gainbridge at Pelican. In the inaugural campaign of the event, one of the participants was a Swedish amateur and U.S. collegiate golfer called Louise Rydqvist, who came up through Sörenstam's foundation. Sörenstam described the moment as, "To be able to fulfill her dream and then play in an LPGA event, it feels obviously wonderful to be able to provide another playing opportunity, not just for the pros, but also for some of these upcoming players." What do you think of Annika Sörenstam's legacy, and which figure would you like us to cover next? Let us know in the comments. As usual, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel while you're watching it. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.